Hello, everybody, and welcome here to the Wine with Jimmy channel. Thank you so much for clicking by. Now, my channel is all about wine education, but really helping you get maximum enjoyment from every drop of wine that you have. Now, what I do here is a number of wine slides, which are picked from key wine institutions, such as supermarkets and also wine companies. And these can be wines that are on offer, or they can be my top drops from that specific organization. I'll give you all the information about the wine, where it comes from, a professional tasting note on it, which is very useful for if you are studying the world of wine, and also a QR code to scan so you can get the best food and wine pairing for that specific wine from the certain institution. So if the wine is from Waitrose, say, then I will give you a Waitrose recipe that goes very well with it. So here we are looking at Waitrose, which is a major supermarket here in the United Kingdom that has a very, very handy fine wine section to it as well. They have a very large list of very competent wines, well worth seeking out. In these videos, I'll be looking at the fine wine offers, which are available from the 3rd of December to the 1st of January 2025. Of course, these wines will further be available after that, but these are on the offers for this one. So let's get stuck into our first wine. Let's have a look at the Cave de Lugny Les Charmes, and this is a Mâcon-Lugny from France, Burgundy, 2023. You'll see the lovely picture there on your left-hand side. This is a wine that's normally £16.99, down to £10 on the offer. Now, made by Marc Dufault, this is 100% Chardonnay from Les Charmes, which is a specific vineyard where the vines have quite an old age, an average age of around 40 years old. They're planted on clay limestone soils in the Mâcon-Lugny appellation, and the vines are planted on southeast-facing slopes, and you will find on the slopes it was hand harvested, and down towards the valley floor it was machine harvesting. Fermentation was in temperature-controlled stainless steel tanks with full malolactic conversion. That's the MLC there on your slide. Now, this is important, everybody, because it really has helped shape the wine style. It has a very distinct creaminess to it. And then the lees aging for 6 months will add to that as well. Exclusive to the Waitrose buying team, vegetarian vegan with a DM cork, and it is 13%. The match I've gone for this, if you scan the QR code to the bottom right, is a really lovely butternut squash risotto, which is from the Waitrose recipes. It's actually designed by Martha Collison, and it takes that sweet nuttiness of butternut squash, and it really is beautiful during autumn and winter to have this. It really matches well with the creaminess of the wine. Let's learn a little bit about where the wine specifically is from. Here you go. There's the wonderful rock of Solutré in the background there, which is very famous at the bottom of the Mâconnais, really at the bottom of the Burgundy region, as you then border onto Beaujolais. Now, this area is famed for a lot of Chardonnay down in the bottom part of Mâconnais, and it really is one of the warmest parts of Burgundy because of its lower latitude, just offset from the Saône River and not far from Mâcon city itself. Here you get lovely ripeness of Chardonnay. So typically the fruit profile is much more riper, stone and tropical fruits. And then this is backed up in this specific wine with mallow and lees. Here is my tasting note for this. You've really got to be somebody who likes this sort of real creaminess in this wine style because it's very specific. The appearance here is medium and lemon. That little bit more intensity than most wines is because of the lees and mallow and a little bit of aging this wine has gone through. Medium or medium plus intensity on the nose. You must pick one of those. Developing, because there are hints of tertiary here. And there's 5 marks here for anything from the nose. Now, 5 marks of what you see here: acacia, honeysuckle, or something like maybe even a little bit of like pear blossom, orange blossom that comes through. Apple, pear, peachy, apricot, melon, and even pineapple is in this wine, with a hint of wet stones. I didn't find much oak specific character, but certainly bread, toast, and bread dough from the lees contact, and then butter, cream, or cheesiness that comes from the malolactic, the 100% malolactic conversion. If you're not sure what malolactic is all about, please have a click right here or go to the link just in the description and you'll be able to learn all about it. There's also a little bit of honey, nutmeg, toast, and nuttiness that comes through, and that's the development on the nose of this wine. Now, on the palate, the wine is dry. It doesn't have a huge amount of acidity. Now, this will be from the ripeness of this fruit due to its location, medium or medium plus. So that's why this wine is not so acidic and more softer. Medium alcohol, medium bodied, medium flavor intensity, medium length, really down the middle. 3 marks for any of those primary, secondary, and tertiary, again, that is on the slide on the right-hand side. I found this wine was good. I liked it for balance. I liked it for intensity. I'm not sure I think it has enough acidity to actually age really well. So I've put drink now, not suitable for further aging on this wine style.